Hello, I am James Green of Uber Solar, and the purpose of this video is to discuss the various different types of technology for heating water in South Africa. The most expensive heating of hot water is done by an electric geyser, which has an electric resistance element. And it is cheapest to install or buy and install, and the running costs thereafter are always going to be high because the price of electricity is high. Indeed, water heating in your home will probably account for between 30 and 60% of your monthly bill. The next alternative to using an electric resistance element and a geyser is a gas boiler. Now, gas boilers have their fans and others who are not so keen. The problem with gas boilers is that they don't actually save that much money, although in theory they won't be cheaper than Eskom or the municipal supplier, but in reality they are, but only by about 10% if you take into account all of the costs. The disadvantages of gas are that you have to, although you have the advantage of heat loss or avoiding heat loss, you have a huge reduction in pressure because of the gas of the water going through the heat exchanger, and therefore you're likely to have a less luxurious shower. Indeed, with most boilers, it is difficult to have more than one person showering at a time. If you are going to put in gas, we recommend that you do one which is 27 litres. And on the other hand, for things like kitchens, they can be very good for providing instant hot water. Then we have heat pumps as the next alternative. Heat pumps are absolutely great in our opinion for heating swimming pools or for water for hotels, but they're not so good in the domestic environment. And the reason for that is that the temperature variances are huge. So you really only get the maximum benefit out of it between 10 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And with heat pumps turning on at night, they are noisy and they have to really be within 5 meters of the electric geyser or storage tank. They also don't save that much over the 10-year period. And last of all, we have solar water heating. Now, solar water heating has been around for a long time, and what you're essentially doing is putting on a solar collector to heat the water that should otherwise be heated by the electric geyser. It is by far the cheapest, although the highest capital investment. There is one other type of heater in South Africa, or actually there are a couple. There's a donkey boiler, which is used in the bush quite often, but you can also use an oil boiler or one which is powered by kerosene. Not very popular in South Africa, but they do enjoy the advantages of no VAT on the kerosene, and it is subsidized. The reason being is that paraffin is used by the poorer people in society for cooking, and therefore the costs are subsidized to keep that down. So in conclusion, whilst there are various different ways of actually heating the water, solar thermal always comes out as the cheapest. It may be a more expensive capital investment to begin with. What is important when you choose your solar thermal system is to get one which has a theoretical 100% replacement of the electricity. And with that, I would like to say thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, come on to us at Uber Solar. We'd be happy to answer them. And thank you once again for listening, and goodbye.